Hi, my name's John Wright. I'm just sitting here this morning. I thought I'd put on my Spiderman costume. I put it on backwards so I could snap it up like a man instead of zipping it up like a woman up the back. But woo, it still has the same goddamn thing. So anyway, you know, I've spent quite a bit of money on this here motorhome that I bought from my nephew over here. And this here motorhome, it really, I called it Christine Canyon. I've called it the Gap. I've called it the loose whore, because there's a gap around the floor and stuff. Air would just come in. This here thing, this motorhome here, it should have been sent to the boneyard. But you know what? I bought it from my nephew. I paid about $4,000 for it. I bought him a computer that is better than anything I own. It's, you can touch the screen. It's a touch screen. I mean, it's really nice. I don't even have one that nice. But anyway, I bought him one because he's having problems with his family. His kids and stuff's been taken off the property. I caught wind of all this here stuff and, everything that's going on. And I had my own personal goddamn problems with being ran around the Pacific Northwest, and I don't know what's going on. And I'm being honest with people when I tell you these stories. And then he's taking care of a woman, and the woman's blind. She's got an impairment, and he is the sole provider of this woman and this children's. And the foster people that's involved with this here woman, it comes down to a foster family again. They got that woman. They will not let go of their golden egg. This woman that Kevin's had 2 or 3 children with. I don't know how many children my nephew's had with this woman, but he's had a relationship with her, and then all of a sudden they're fucking leaning against them. I've given him a Corvette. Him and her's got a Corvette. He could take his nice looking little wife around, or his girlfriend around, and drive her in her Corvette, or him and his son can have something together. I thought this would be nice. And I'll tell you why I gave him that Corvette. Because I come here and I find out my brother Jerry's been stealing this guy's property. He had a really nice boat out there. He had a really nice boat that had a big block engine in it, and it was a fast boat. Matter of fact, I wanted a ride on that boat. I came up here, I seen my nephew's boat out here. He's so goddamn happy he's got this boat. And it is a fucking nice racing boat. It's got chrome headers and stuff. I mean, this thing is beautiful. I would have bought that fucking boat from him right there on the spot. I would have made a deal with him. He's so happy about that fucking boat, he's never going to get rid of it. Well, I come up here, and I found out my brother Jerry had stole, and he took it. Kevin had the motor sitting over here, and he had everything there. I mean, I seen the goddamn boat together, the boat, and I put boats together. My nickname's Boating Buff. I fix boats. I take a boat, I just fix it really nice, and I recondition it, and I sell it. Or I go fishing with it, or I go boating with it. My own personal thing. I'll take something that's not good and make it great, and everybody will want it then. Then they'll go, goddamn, John's done it again. He's made value out of it. I've taken this motorhome now. I've made it into a 37-foot motorhome. A matter of fact, 37 was the President Nixon. Matter of fact, maybe that's where the 10 comes up to, because my dad's with this 10 perfect, and 3 and 7 is 37, the 37th president, because it's Eon. So anyway, my nephew, he's brought it to my attention. He's getting goddamn tough with me and stuff. Matter of fact, he's coming over and he's brought this harmonica over here. And I think there may have been some hypnosis involved and stuff, because he's come over here and he's acting pretty goddamn strange. And I fenced this off to where there's a one-way in and there's one way out. And it's set up for a goddamn fight if it needs to be. Because this is a deadly goddamn game that somebody's fucking played with me. So I set it up with my goddamn camera so I could fucking look at my motorhome, because I've had even my nephew Kevin over here sticking his ear on the side of my motorhome, my little one, wondering what I'm busy doing inside my motorhome. They're so worried about what I'm goddamn doing because I might be figuring out what's going to put them in prison as they're acting out it as a concert because my brother Jerry and the guys in Lewis County is leaning on my family members. So I want it to be goddamn clear. Really fucking goddamn fast how the law enforcement is just fucking sleazy. And there may be good officers that carries the badge every day that has good families out there. And I applaud them for putting up with the rest of this goddamn slime that's within your office. But you know that it's in your office. And I want you to eject those goddamn people out of your fucking office. Matter of fact, I will tell you law enforcement officers right now, if you know that you have scum like that in your office, you take your gun out, you murder that motherfucker because it won't be murder. Because it'll be protecting the people that are hired you to do your goddamn job to begin with. So if you guys want to have a racial war within your goddamn office, you fucking do it. But you keep your goddamn guns and your fucking violence to yourself, you son of a bitches, in your offices and in your goddamn cars that's parked across the street from my house. That matter of fact, possibly, well, no, that wasn't one right there. I get cops that drive right past, and you know, that's fine. You want to serve and protect, do your goddamn job. It's about motherfucking time you did around me. Instead of watching me, you better watch your own goddamn back, because if these here people in America turn against you for what you've done to people in America, you deserve what you get. And that's just the point. I'm a victim of violence, and the cops have perpetrated this upon me. And if you think that you could walk on goddamn water and you're not guilty and you've had nothing to do with any of this, fine, great. Now you go start talking to your constituents and you fucking goddamn start reading their fucking faces. When they find out that goddamn right there in Morton, Washington, there's a fucking bowling alley there that's been built on the stolen money, and the cops are involved in it. And they're holding people hostage in Lewis County. Matter of fact, my aunt's been passed off as my sister. My brother lives up on Middle Fork Road. Why don't the cops do goddamn something fucking about it? Because Rick Rife is sitting in prison for doing goddamn nothing. I met Greg Rife, his brother, in Mossy Rock in about 1970-71. That boy came to me because my name's John. Matter of fact, his name's John too, and he was going by the name Greg Rife. Why was he going by the name Greg Rife? You know, when people start going by their middle names and stuff, there's a problem. When people go by nicknames, there's a goddamn problem. You know, like Bruce Frederick, the real estate agent that can't use his name as Kimsey, that's defrauding America even. People come and buy real estate from this guy. He sells real estate. He's finding out if they have money. Are they putting hits on them? Because it's extortion. They're doing extortion. They're extorting money out of people. And those Fairharts in Morton, Washington, George Fairhart right there, that son of a bitch should be fucking arrested. That motherfucker should be a goddamn poster child for all those Hezbollah people that's acting out in the United States. As a matter of fact, I'd like to take George Fairhart and his whole goddamn family and send them right back to goddamn Lebanon so they could see what they're goddamn responsible for. And by the way, they're responsible for the 50 Americans, servicemen, that was murdered in Beirut. I remember this goddamn clearly. You know, I'm a witness to what they were saying and what they were doing at that bowling alley. And it had everything to do with that goddamn fucking shit that was going on in the Middle East. It had everything to do with that family in Morton, Washington. And the cops that are in that town, they're associated with it, and the cops that are in Lewis County, and the government and the goddamn judges are too. You know, I came before Lou Jensen against my real estate agent, and Lou Jensen ended up dead. And it started dawn on me, you know, he's dead, and Rhonda Reynolds is dead, the state patrol. And then I put all of this shit together to the back of my mind that this here shit's happening. And I'm thinking, is this your goddamn stuff all together? And it goddamn is. You know, I couldn't tell you how much goddamn they owe me in damages, but I would say $21 million is a fucking goddamn, you know, that's just one fucking settlement. That's just on the goddamn bowling alley. Fairways Bowling Center, $1.5 million over 20 years. I lost $20 million. All the happiness and enjoyment and enrichment that I would have had, don't I have goddamn rights? And how about this? Everybody in goddamn Lewis County knew that my dad was a fucking hijacker, but except me, and people were coming in that goddamn bowling alley asking me to protect them. Protect you from what? They're telling me it's my family? You know, when somebody goes after somebody, this is a mob. This is a gang. If I was the goddamn government, I would send the National Guard right down to Lewis County. I would take over that goddamn courthouse. I would be taking their goddamn badges. And for all those people out there that has permits that stood up to me and would say to me, I got a gun permit, and be threatening me with handguns, that I told them that's nice because you got to have a handgun to protect yourself from somebody like me. I'm the guy that has a goddamn contract with these fucking people, and they're threatening me with goddamn guns. And they had a whole goddamn group of people come to that goddamn bowling alley writing stuff in little red writing down at the courthouse in Lewis County, Washington, and all their goddamn names are written right on it in red writing. And matter of fact, they got me to sign my name in red writing too, and I'm the last fucking person because I'm being forced. And then they're trying to tell me they're trying to fucking wipe out the dead of the bowling alley in this fucking goddamn straw man fucking episode. 13 minutes, I gotta get out of here, but I'm telling you the truth this morning, and I'm coming back.